Hey y'all, welcome back to Love Letters with Leah, your weekly dose of affectionate connection on the one and only Mike and Juju's Smoke Room. I am your friend and your host, Leah. Tonight, I have a letter from a guy who's separated from his wife and is desperate to win her back. Join me as I try to help him out just a little bit.
Dear Leah, I never imagined I'd be writing to a relationship advice column. I always thought my marriage was solid, not perfect, but solid. And here I am, sitting in our half-empty house, wondering how everything fell apart so quickly. Now, 3 months ago, my wife moved out. She says she needed space to figure things out, that she'd lost herself in our relationship. Now, these words stung like nothing I've ever felt before. I don't know who I am anymore when I'm with you. The signs were there. I see that now. The quiet dinners where conversation dried up. The separate weekend plans that became more frequent. The way her smile would fade when I walked into the room. I was busy with work, stressed about finances, and I missed these signals until it was too late. I spent these months reflecting on what went wrong. I took her for granted. I stopped being the attentive partner I was when we first met. I dismissed her concerns as just having a bad day, rather than recognizing deeper issues. I didn't notice when she stopped sharing her dreams with me. Since she left, I've started therapy. I'm learning to listen, really listen, not just wait for my turn to speak. I've reconnected with friends, taken up photography, and started working out a bit. I'm trying to become a better version of myself. Not just for her, but because I see now how much I needed to grow. Now we talk occasionally. There's no hostility between us, which gives me hope. Last week, she agreed to coffee. It was awkward, but not tense. She noticed the changes in me, but remained guarded. Leah, I love my wife deeply. I don't want to beg her into coming back. I want to earn her trust again. I want to show her that I can be the partner she deserves. But I'm terrified that it's too late, that the damage is already done. How do I balance giving her the space she needs while also showing her that I've changed? How do I rebuild what we had without pressuring her? Is there a way to repair a relationship when trust has been so fundamentally broken? And not by betrayal, but by neglect. I'm not giving up on us, but I need guidance on how to move forward in a way that respects her journey while still fighting for our marriage. Thank you in advance for your wisdom, lonely and hopeful.
Well, lonely and hopeful, thank you for your letter and for trusting me with something so personal. The pain and hope in your words are obvious, and I can sense your genuine desire to heal your marriage. First, I want to acknowledge your self-awareness. The fact that you recognize how you contributed to the distance in your relationship speaks volumes. Many people in your position might blame their partner or external circumstances, but you've taken responsibility for your part in what happened. That is an essential first step that many never take. Your commitment to personal growth, therapy, reconnecting with friends, photography, hitting the gym, it shows that you're not just making empty promises. You're actually doing the footwork to become a better version of yourself. This matters a lot because real change requires consistent effort, not just intentions. Now, about rebuilding your relationship with your wife. You asked how to balance giving her the space while showing her that you've changed. This indeed is a delicate territory, and here's a few things that may help you in that area. Respect her boundaries completely. If she's asked for space, honor that request without exception. Pushing too hard now could undo any progress that you've made. Trust takes time to rebuild, especially when it's been eroded by years of neglect rather than a single incident. When you do have contact, Focus on being present rather than proving you've changed. Real change is evident in how you listen, how you respond, and how you respect her perspective, not in declarations of how different you are now. Let her see the change in your actions consistently over time. Invite her into your growth journey without expectations. Perhaps share a meaningful insight from therapy or something that you've captured through photography. But frame it as sharing your experience rather than trying to influence her decision. Like, I've realized something important about myself. That creates less pressure than I've changed this about myself for you. Remember, her journey is her own. While you're working on yourself, she's likely going through her own process of reflection and growth. Whatever decision she ultimately makes about your relationship needs to come from her authentic self, not from guilt or from pressure. As for whether your relationship, broken by neglect, can be repaired, yes, it can. But it often becomes something new rather than returning to what it used to be. The old patterns that led to disconnection cannot simply be papered over. If your wife does choose to return, you'll both need to rebuild something different together, with new ways of communicating, connecting, and nurturing your bond. The most loving thing you can do right now for her and for yourself is to continue this work of becoming more self-aware and emotionally present, regardless of the outcome of your marriage. By doing so, you honor the relationship you had and the lessons it has taught you, even if it doesn't continue in the form that you had hoped for. Growth is rarely linear, and healing takes time. Be gentle with yourself while still holding yourself accountable. And remember that whatever happens with your wife, the work you're doing now will serve you for the rest of your life. I'm wishing you strength, courage, and love. Take it one day at a time. Patience is virtue. Everybody else out there, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me tonight. And remember to keep the faith glowing, the love letters flowing, and always cherish the love that you're showing. This is Love Letters with Leah, your weekly dose of affectionate connection. Be sure to spread the love by hitting the like and the subscribe buttons and that shiny gold notification bell, just so you know when we go live or put out any more content. Also, go over to the main page, check out our other videos, and check out our merchandise. And I'll see you next week for your next Love Infusion.